Hello everybody, I am Jeff Margera, and today's video is going to be more of a rant, having to do more with the FDA's deeming regulations on vaporizer products. I myself, I use e-cigarettes. It's the only way that I found that worked for me to get off tobacco. And as such, I have a very strong opinion on this. Now, I'm not going to claim that e-cigarettes are totally 100% safe. That's not the point of this. The point of this is the FDA is effectively banning e-cigarettes despite there being overwhelming evidence that they are much, much safer than tobacco. Now, that makes a big difference because different ways of quitting, the Chantix, the patches, all of that fun stuff, each of those has side effects that are not enjoyable. And, in fact, can downright be deadly. Chantix, I think it's Chantix, it's one of these different ways of quitting that actually has a side effect of suicidal thoughts. Now, if you ever have suicidal thoughts, get help. There is no point in ending your life. There's always a better day ahead. Now, when it comes to alternative nicotine products, vaping has shown to be much, much better with success rates. I am one of them. And it's one of those things that it really just depends on the person. And depending on, the different people, it's going to make that, difference between being able to quit successfully or not. I don't have any kind of script for this, so I'm just winging it. But like I said, it's all going to come down to different people. Now, myself, I originally tried the route of cold turkey. That did not work for me. I was irritable. I was shaking, all that stuff after just a couple of days. With vaping, the first time I picked one up, it was almost like magic. I had no urges. I had no withdrawal from tobacco. It was just bam. I made the switch, and I've actually known several people to be the same way. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to be exactly the same for everyone, because that would just be stupid. Different things are going to work for different people. But one of the bigger things is the tens of thousands of small businesses that the FDA is effectively, killing with this legislation. And the potentially millions of lives that will be lost to different cancers. I lost several members of my family to different cancers that were related to smoking. It's never a fun process to see someone you love go through all of that. Now, with the FDA claiming that vaporizer products, e-cig products, are tobacco products, they're pretty much giving in to big tobacco telling them what to do. And that's never a good thing. They need to listen to the people, not the companies. And overwhelmingly, the people want these to be left alone by the FDA. There are common sense things like child-proof packaging that are already being done by different, e-cig companies. And, stuff like marketing to children, that's never been done. That's always been, something that people in the industry have actively, shamed. And there's the people saying that it's marketing to children with sweet flavors. Are they? It's like they're trying to say that me as an adult that I cannot enjoy a sweet flavor. But I do. I love sweet flavors. And some people that I know have actually used the sweeter flavors to curb, cravings for candy. And they've actually lost weight because of it. And then they've also ended up, coming back from the brink of diabetes. And we all know diabetes is not fun. We all know that's something that should be, fought as well. Now, I know I realize I'm a little all over the place, but this is just me doing this live. There is no editing whatsoever going to be done. Now, there's also the whole thing with, nicotine. Yes, nicotine can be very bad. But there's also some studies showing that nicotine has the potential use of, being used in treatments for asthma, Parkinson's, diabetes, even Alzheimer's. Now, I'm not going to claim that those are the, best treatments. It's not the best way to treat those. But at the same time, there's the potential for it to be, very good. So these sweeping regulations, which would effectively kill an entire industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry at that, it just really bothers me that they would just ban something that has the potential to help millions more people than it already has. And then you look at several different things with the FDA in the past. They know that all the ingredients in tobacco, it's already well known how, terrible cigarettes are for people. Yet they have no bans in place on tobacco aside from age restriction. And that's something that the vape industry has already done by itself. Every single shop I have ever been into has always asked for ID. They know that if they sell to someone under 18, that it is bad for the industry as a whole. And so they don't. These are common sense things that the industry is already doing. And with the FDA stepping in and saying, it's going to take several $1,000,000 for one product to stay on the market, despite the knowledge of, so many people, propylene glycol. It's been used in breathing treatments in hospitals for decades. We know that is safe to inhale. And vegetable glycerin, we know that is safe to consume as well. It's used in, many products like baked goods. The Little Debbie snack cakes, for example, vegetable glycerin is used in that. And, the different food flavorings, those are all food grade, at least. The propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin are all usually pharmaceutical grade. So we know that those are of the best purity that they can possibly get. Yeah, and it should be very obvious to anyone that works in the industry. If you go for less pure, you bring the possibility of harming someone. And again, that is something that everyone in the industry wants to avoid at all costs. After all, it is a method of harm reduction, not harmless. Yeah. And so I urge everyone that watches this, please, call your elected representatives, your officials, whatever you want to call them, senators, whatever, and let them know that you are against the FDA putting such sweeping, bans on an industry that could help so many millions of people. Yeah. It's not about being completely harmless. It's about reducing the harm. And just have a look at CASAW, Not Blowing Smoke. There's several other organizations. I will leave a link to them in the description. And donate, send messages, do whatever you can do, but be respectful about it. Being rude, being hateful, that will get nowhere. If you're respectful, tell your story about vaping. Let them know how it has changed your life, how it's affected your health, for the better. I'd like to thank you for watching, and this is Jeff Margera